In a world oversaturated with other people's opinions, what is needed now is more opinions! Alex and the Garbage Man!
And we're here.
Yes, and stuff is happening.
Stuff is happening. Yes, I forgot to put the last little bit on our YouTube video there. It's all there. Save. Good to go. I didn't screw anything up. I didn't disappear. It's a good day.
I think it was last week. I can't remember. Maybe it was the week before where I mentioned to people, if it's lagging and you're watching on Facebook, then open up another tab and watch us on YouTube, and then just have the Facebook tab open to comment. I think it was, hey, Jen, I think it was about 5 minutes after I made that suggestion, there were no viewers from Facebook. It was all YouTube.
Yeah, I don't think we get a lot. Oh, we got a couple, but yeah, it's yeah, I mean, I guess it seems to work better on YouTube. I've also noticed though, like when I watch The Harsh Truth with Frank, like it does take a second on there too, even commenting in YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what you're saying. So it does take a little bit of a lag. So yeah. Hi, Sarah May. 1 week.
Hey,
1
Sarah.
week. Woo!
And she liked the stream too. That's cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Shit, there it is. Oh, okay. Do you like California rolls? You like sushi?
I do like sushi. I can't remember the last time I had a California roll, though. It's been a while.
I mean, I had just like the ones you'd buy like the co-op, so it's not like an authentic one. Yeah, we had a place called Osho's here that did fresh stuff, and oh my goodness, it was so good. Oh my god, sushi! It was so good.
Hey, Penny.
Hi, Penny. Oh, we were at the reunion a few weeks ago. Me and my cousin Kathleen started on that. It was like, oh my god, it's a book. Oh my god, it's true. Like that. You ever seen those Irma Gods?
Yeah, it's been a while. That's an old meme.
Oh man, and there was a whole list Sarah sent us, and there's one with a polar bear, and he's rolled up. He's like, oh my god, testicles. And I was laughing, and my poor wife, God bless her. God, to love a moron like me, I'm hysterically laughing. And I'm like texting Sarah because she sent it to me, and I'm like, oh my god, tentacles. And she's like, you guys are stupid. Like, I mean, tears. I'm crying. I was laughing so hard.
What the fuck?
It's ridiculous.
But you need to have that ridiculous kind of laughing fit release every once in a while, because it's good for the psyche. If you can laugh like that at least once or twice a day, I think it'll improve your mood overall. And Ryan says, ahoy, hoy, so everyone drink.
Everyone drink. So before I go there, before I forget this. So I was in Mandy's car. Chris Payne was driving. So it was me and Chris shotgun. That's a lot of weight on the front of a car. And there was 3 people in the back. I think Robbie was there. I don't think Ryan was there. But anyways, we were looking for a CD to put in, and we're looking at the magical CD book that all us old people have. And I think it was a CD that Sarah had made. It was one of the girls. And I'm already giggling thinking about it. Chris brought it out. Chris Payne goes, fuck is this shit? And he just gunned it out the window. It caught me. I almost puked. I remember you got to stop. Because it was just to look at disgust, like, what the fuck is this shit? And right out, I mean, gone. It wasn't even like I'm gonna put it, just wham out the window. It was one of the girls. I don't know if it was Sarah's or Kristen's or whoever the fuck it was, but yeah, just his reaction, and he no-sold it. I'm still laughing hysterically, and like the other guys were laughing, but I mean, I had lost it. Chris just no-sold it. It was like, just those moments that catch you where it's like, I can't stop laughing. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's the best way to sell a bit most of the time, is to no sell it. And Chris is good at that. I remember he did that quite a few times back in the party days.
Yeah, he just no sold it. And I just I don't know how you hold it together. But yeah, he definitely no sold it. So I'll let you present it. So this is Alex sent this to me before the show started, and I like it. So if anyone has any ideas to add to this drinking game, Alex has come up with the Alex and the Garbage Man drinking game. So this would definitely have to happen on maybe a special Friday night show or something. Because I'll play too, but I don't want to have to go to work the next day. So I will let Alex have the form. Alex, please tell us the points that we have so far for the Alex and the Garbage Man drinking game.
I might as well share it and show it
Oh, there
instead
you go.
of. Here we go. Okay. The drinking game. So you take a shot every time. Either Alex or Nick say Joe Rogan's name, which is at least once every stream. I know that for sure. Whenever I quote from a movie, which again is almost once every stream. If I hit the arm of my chair or I clap while laughing, and that's just a silly little quip that I have. If Nick talks about wrestling or sports in general, because this is not a topically based show. So, and it's kind of a throwback to the old show as well. If either of us forget what we're talking about because we're old, if Casey shows up and he makes an inappropriate comment, which happens every time he shows up.
Yep.
If Nick makes fun of Brody, which happens every time Brody shows up. If either of us say the word bro science, now this does not include the scrolling ticker at the bottom. We have to actually say the words bro science. When Ryan shows up and he says ahoy hoy, which is why I said what I said a few minutes ago, whenever I say Old Man Lissick, I ought to change that to Old Man Lissick and the Liberal Media because I like that band name. And the last one, any reference to pudding. That's usually in reference to Trevor, but I guess any reference to any reference to pudding in general.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's totally, Old Man Lissick and the Liberal, the Old Man Lissick and the Liberal Media.
Yeah.
They're definitely granola eating and don't use deodorant. Like there's without a doubt that is, yeah. So, okay, let's get the serious shit out of the way. So, like, not serious. The serious is a couple guys doing bro science shit as can be. So I'm gonna put the ticker up here as we talk about this. Oh, okay, sorry. So with how crazy the world's getting again, like I don't know what's happened in BC, but masks are back in like the co-op and a lot of businesses are back to masks. And again, like this get total like we don't.
Yeah, Jen, you can.
Where does we've been saying forever on this show, old show. I was always saying I'm worried what's going to happen when everyone gets vaccinated. We figure out what's going on. Is every time someone farts or sneezes or coughs, we're just gonna, shut the world down again, right? And I'm really worried we're coming to that. And it was after like last week. I don't remember if I mentioned this on the show. I know me and Alex talked about it, but I can't remember if it was on the show about Hinshaw, the Alberta health minister, saying we needed to learn to live with COVID. And then now we're here and masks are, some places are being put back on. There's a lot of worry that big events in the States are going to get canceled because they're not allowed to have mass gatherings. And it's like, okay, well, so is this what the rest of our lives are going to be? Is this what what our life is going to be now?
I don't think so. I think it's going to go in waves. As with anything new, there's always an overreaction. You stretch the elastic band and you let it go and it goes extreme one way and then extreme the other. Well, in the case of an elastic band, it goes back to where it was. But you know what I'm saying? The pendulum swing, just like the political climate in the United States. We're going Democrat. Now we're going Republican. Then back and back and back again. I think the worst of it might be over. And I say might because this Delta variant apparently is the new hip thing that is to get people all scared and up in masks, not arms, but masks. It's probably going to be, well, I think that everyone in the world is either going to get COVID and die from it, or get it and overcome it and develop antibodies, or get it and just brush it off. It's probably going to get to that point. And the newer generations will probably have those antibodies built into their immune systems as evolution goes. So I don't think it's going to be, we're going back to stage 4 lockdown and we're going to stay there forever. It's going to go from stage 4 to stage 3 to stage 2 to stage 4 to stage 1 to stage 3 to stage 2. It's just going to go between 1 and 4. I saw Dr. Bonnie Henry talking on CBC today. I don't know what she was saying, but I'm sure in the next few days we'll find out if there are going to be any restrictions.
So, was it you that said it? I know somebody said it in my life, and I don't know who said it. I might have been. I was going to say my wife, but I'm like, I don't think so, because we don't really talk about COVID. But I'm going to say it was you. We were talking about so that they'd watched the program of the doctor, and like the doctor said, in places like Africa and stuff, they're not being like getting vaccinations for COVID, right?
I don't think that was me.
And then I think it was my wife, and I never even thought about that. Brody. Okay, but that's I would say right now, I don't mind the mask thing. Didn't bother me.
Yeah, it didn't take my freedom.
As long as everything stays open,
yeah.
As long as we don't shut this shit down, I don't mind wearing a mask. I said that from the get go. I don't care. Right? I just don't want the gatherings to stop and everything to stop again. That's my worry. That is my worry. So, but yeah, the when I want to say maybe it was my wife then made the point that, like all the African people aren't going to be vaccinated. Like, where's it ever going to stop? Right? So, yeah, seeing that, yeah, exactly, bro. Holy shit, we agreed on something. Yeah, pro mask, anti lockdown. I totally am as well. Especially if I got vaccinated, and I didn't want to, but I thought if it's going to help this world move forward, I did.
Yeah, we can adapt to it. If we have to go back to 6 feet distance, sanitize all the time, wear masks, fine. Just keep the economy going, keep the jobs in place, and let's adapt to this. Let's not jump off the handle. That's not the saying, but you know what I'm saying.
Fly off the handle. Yeah, let's not go back crap crazy and be like, we need to shut everything down. And yeah, that's and I'm the same thing is shut up, Casey. Mike and Cohen, it's the same thing. My kid's supposed to graduate too this year, so I hope he has, an original grad, right? So
yeah, adapt and evolve. Yes, I know what you're trying to say, but that's the Brody dictionary coming out again. Evolve.
Yeah, evolve.
And everyone, don't drink. It's a false alarm because Casey didn't make an inappropriate comment.
Here, bro.
How you doing, Casey?
For you, Brody. Been a long time since we broke that one out. So
yeah,
but
we're gonna break that one out more in the next month. The next coming months, actually, because in December of 2018, I started watching. I made not a vow, but I decided to start watching movies pretty much every day just to catch up on what I had missed over the past 30, 40 years. It's getting to that point now where the list that I have is down to about 20 or 30. So I'm coming to the end.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's been a long time and I'm getting tired. I need to slow down. This is,
But at the same time though, Alex, if you're not watching TV, if you don't have TV, it's really not out of the realm of possibility to be watching movies like that, honestly.
Yeah, but I'm going to be 40. I mean, there are other things I need to do with my life. There are some deep dive topics I want to get into on this show and bring the information to the people. And that requires a lot more time. So
yeah,
I think by the time the birthdays roll around, I'll have finished that list to the point where I'll be watching movies 2 or 3 times a week. And then I can move on. Like I've got guitars that are collecting dust right now. And I would like to be able to put some use to them,
You know what? And that's me too here. I got to get through Cornfest.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm the same boat. I've actually talked to my guitarist about starting some just acoustic stuff on the side. And I mean, I have a guitar. I'm not having any ideas of grandeur while playing guitar, but I feel I should be using my time differently.
Mhm.
You know, and I try, you know, and it's fun. It's as you get older and the sleep, like, 'cause sleep is so important,
Oh yeah.
right? And we're usually in bed by like 10 o'clock at the latest. Usually watch an episode or two of The Simpsons. So by 11 o'clock, it's usually lights out.
Yeah.
And I get up at 6. So there's times where it's like I feel like I lose the day. You know, and you just like, I don't get down like YouTube wormholes like I used to. Like I used to really bad, right? But mine is video games. So that's why my bike is actually beside the TV now. So it's like, if you're going to sit and you're going to play a game of hockey, then you need to be on your bike while playing a game of hockey. And I'm usually actually getting a pretty good sweat doing it. So I'm kind of being a little proactive in that, but I need to get out and do some more music. And it's hard when, you know, in a band where, you know, your drummer has 3 kids under the age, I think, as the oldest one's 6 or 7, you know, like, and he's getting to that age where the kids are wanting to do sports and stuff. My bass player works a 12-hour shift for 3 days a week. So it's hard to, and I'm so proud of Ken. He's lost 150 some pounds in a year.
Jeez.
And he looks phenomenal. And he's still going hard on his diet and working out. So, and it's, you know, it's hard. It's hard to focus and get, you know, and cause I'm the same way. My bass is sitting there. I could play bass, but I'm not doing any more to progress my bass playing, you know, and it is. And like we've talked about on the show before, you should really be doing this stuff when you're younger. As I've said to Colin, if you want to learn to play bass, you really need to, do it now while you're young, and it's going to stick.
Right? Yeah. Learn a language, learn an instrument, do these complex, brain consuming things when you're young, because that's when your mind is really a sponge.
Exactly. Yeah.
And speaking of your bass player, I watched the video from that you guys were doing of the 3 songs last week. I liked that your bass player, he was looking at the camera every once in a while. I really like that. He was playing to the audience.
And thanks, and everyone that watched, we got a really good response on Facebook, which is weird. We had a few views on YouTube, but Facebook ate it up. We had a lot of views on Facebook.
Yeah, and really Mysterious left a comment saying you guys should do this every week, and that's fine with me. That's great.
Well, and the thing is, but yeah, that I got actually, once we're done, like I want to as well, but when we're done practicing, I need to take my board in to get it cleaned, because like we're getting a weird static, because I had everything set up running through the board, and I was actually going to use I got a really cool, like, it's old style mic here. I think you've seen it for like that.
Oh yeah.
So I was just going to hook this up, but for some reason, when it's got like a electric shock on it right now, because I think because the pots are dirty on the board. The board hasn't been cleaned, and I bought it 4 years ago. So yeah, so it's been through some shit.
Yeah.
So I think but really, yeah, it was funny. We did those songs, and after we're done, and I started thinking like, oh, we should have done the songs that we can't do at Cornfest. Like our System, Rage, like that's what we should have done, right? But didn't even think about. But then again, we haven't practiced those in a very long time, because we're focusing on making sure the Cornfest stuff is tight, right? So
exactly.
But yeah, no doubt we will definitely be doing it again. I'd like to do some like even just acoustic stuff, because with the board and all the in-ears and stuff, it was a lot of fun. And it is. I know it's very off-putting, especially because everyone got to see the area around me now. But it is actually pretty big. We all do have space to move around, but it sure doesn't look like it on the video.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't look like it.
It actually reminded me of the basket case video. Like a little kind of cramped in there. So
yeah, I left Casey's comment up because I wanted to comment on his comment. If you have to get up at night to pee, then you're drinking too much fluids too close to bedtime. I always try and taper mine off so that about an hour before bed, nothing. And unfortunately for me, because I'm still on the keto and I've got these Invisalign sets in, I get really bad dry mouth. So it's a double whammy for me. I wake up in the middle of the night and my mouth is like the desert. So I have to have water with me. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, I had to get up pee twice too. But then again, I will say, just holes in your theory there. When I was on night shift, like when I had to do the graveyards, I would stop drinking like any fluids at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Right. And then I'd go to bed around 8:30, 9 o'clock. By 12 o'clock, I would have to piss so bad. Like there wasn't one of those things you could sleep through. Like I'm going to piss the bed if I don't get out of bed and go pee. Like it was always so frustrating, right? Because I would purposely stop drinking stuff like 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 hours before bed, and I'd still have to race like a piss horse.
Yeah, it sucks. There's got to be something to do with the throwing off of the circadian rhythm during graveyard shifts. Something you got to adapt.
That is horrible. That is the worst shift ever in the world. And Brody, we looked at the Black Parade because that's actually a song Jared wanted to do, but maybe we could look at it something acoustically. We definitely can't do it the way they do it live. I can't sing like him. And I get it. Well, you're not supposed to sing exactly like him. Well, yeah, but you kind of around the same thing. And there's points that you have to hit high notes. Because if you don't hit the proper high notes, it sounds wrong. It sounds shitty.
Yeah.
Like Brody, you told me you went to go see Disturbed. It was Brody told me this. And then when the part where he went, oh, he didn't do that. He went, oh, yeah. It's like, no, motherfucker. I came here to hear you do the gorilla thing.
That's probably the most famous part of that song.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was Brody that. Tell me if I'm wrong, Brody. I thought it was him that said. Brody's just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" The whole reason I came was to hear you do the monkey part, right? But I want to circle back. Well, I'm waiting for Brody's answer there. Then that's super important. You notice how, and I've noticed this because I don't watch news anymore. I haven't watched news in actually quite a while. Like I'll bob in every now and then, but. It didn't matter on Facebook, on editorials, anywhere that I would look. All you would see is Donald Trump all the fucking time. You don't hear shit about Biden, do you? I don't. Not in comparison. And people, well, Donald Trump was a fucking idiot. And then, of course, the Republican, well, it's because Biden's old. He doesn't know how to use the Twitter. Like, right? So I find it interesting that, we all know that media is usually more left leaning, right? But you don't see nothing, not in comparison to what Trump went through. And albeit Donald Trump's a fucking idiot, but it's in comparison.
Yeah, you don't see near the level of criticism on Trump that you do on Biden currently. But you still get news about Biden. It's just more about what he's doing, what he wants to do. Stuff like that. Yeah, Trump is definitely a seller. Like the art of what was it? What was the name of his book? The Art of the Deal. Yes, he knows how to sell and advertise. He's an in-person troll. Like he's a real life troll. He knows how to say shit to stir people up, and that's what he does.
Yep, most definitely. Okay, here comes the Brody. Have you watched any of the Field of Dreams game? It is pretty cool. The field. Yeah, the Sox and the Yankees are playing in the Field of Dreams field. So with all the corn in the back, it looks really cool right now. There's no crowd. It's just, I thought it looked really, really neat. So I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, maybe that's it. But yeah, maybe that is it. So, yeah. Okay, so I've been very vocal on here before about renting and going on about like how rent is so much and it's bullshit, and we all agree. Now, I was on my garbage route on Tuesday. I noticed this place, and I noticed the vehicles that used to live there are maybe 5 or 6 houses west now, living at a different place. Okay, now, Shlomo, we have Russian trolls finally. My cat's breath smells like cat food.
No, I think that's a North American troll because they're making a North American reference.
Yeah. I bet my Wookiee. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. All right, so So I took some pictures of this place because, again, like I said, I was always the guy bitching about what rent was and the cost of living. But this is why rent is through the fucking roof. So this was the first picture I took. Now, this area of dirt, I know you can't see my mousey thingy, I don't think, but that's the parking, right? that's parking for where they park. So there's a barbecue, all this shit in here, okay? So everyone sees that picture. This is just on to the right of this mess, this next picture. That is a full sectional. Just a full sectional, torn apart against the fence. So then as I pulled up closer, this is all along the side of the house, all this garbage, this couch and all this stuff. Now, I, of course, don't know the story of the people that lived there. I have no idea if they had to cut and run, which still, is not cool, but I don't know their story. But that is why rent is through the roof. Because can you imagine how much it's going to cost that the owner to now pay someone to clean that house, take all that garbage, because there's only so many free garbage dumps you get. I think you get 3 at the beginning of the year. There's only so much you can take there and only so much weight you can bring on a load before it's considered commercial.
Mm-hmm.
And that's absolutely disgusting.
Yep. No wonder other countries hate us here in the West because of our overindulgence and our recklessness and our disregard for even basic common sense things like this. I do not understand. And this comes from a guy who didn't do exactly that, but at one point in time thought it was funny not to clean up after himself. And of course it wasn't. And it's not funny now, and it never will be funny. Why people would do this boggles my mind. Now, again, just like you said, we don't know the story, but still, it's part of your responsibility as an adult human being living in a first world country in the 21st century to clean up after yourself. And a 3-seater couch, I mean, that could have gone to someone who needed it, even for free. You could have sold it for $50. Someone could have picked it up, could have gone to a church that would have donated it to someone who needs that kind of furniture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, but I thought you were going with the beginning is there is, and we've all seen just, this is again, oh, you can't believe everything you see in movies, but every Russian movie you've ever seen, they're sleeping on some dingy old couch or that's all torn up on the ground, like the couch we had at the fucking party house back in Mackenzie. And like, you don't think that they wouldn't love to have that sectional that you just threw out, that you just couldn't even be bothered to get rid of, or the couch? I'm actually floored because on the outside, so when you go down to the transfer station, there's a big building where you dump all the garbage. And then outside, there's like a pile of like old mattresses and whatnot. And I mean, there are times I've looked at and went, man, some of those mattresses look nicer than the shit I'm sleeping on, for fuck's sakes. Like, holy shit. Or even like the TV pile always gets me. Like flat screen TVs. Like, and I know they're newer ones because they got like the legs built the 2 legs on the bottoms. Mm-hmm. And it's like, holy shit. Like, how do you wreck a TV that fast? I actually just recently, I think it was about 6 months ago, actually just after I got hurt. Or just before I got hurt. I think it should be just before. I gave Ashley the original flat screen TV that me and her bought together 11 years ago. Mm. And it still works fine. It gets warm as a motherfucker. It's actually kind of funny, but.
Yeah. My flat screen is old too. I got an old plasma that I bought used. I bought it in 2014. Still got it. Still works. Still nice. I don't use it all the time. Maybe that's the reason it's lasted this long.
Mm-hmm. Well, the TV last time I saw it last year, it was so what?
Hi. He's trying to say hi.
Oh, hi. Up, then remembered it. Sure. Yeah. Well, my TV, me and Kim bought together about 9 years ago. And, okay, now see, you don't listen to me when we talk, Brody. All TVs, and I'll say it again. If you have TVs that you don't want anymore, guys, donate it to hospitals. Like, my mother-in-law is in a room right now. Like, Kim actually just sent her iPad because she's in a room with no TV. She doesn't have a TV. You know, like, see, yeah, anytime you're going to get rid of TVs, donate them to hospitals. Because even the ones I had, the TVs that were in the Foothills Hospital, the biggest, well, I don't know if it's the biggest in Calgary now, but a lot of surgeries, those TVs like from 1990. Like,
boxy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't expect them to have like flat screens, but they're like, yeah, if you guys, if you're getting rid of TVs, please give them to hospitals. Donate them.
Yeah, like I said before, there are churches that will take used furniture and electronics if they're in decent condition, because they know most of the times, especially in the area I live in, they know of people who are, if not destitute, close to it and could use that furniture, and they are not going to complain about the condition that furniture is in. And earphones as well. Yes, earphones, headphones. Like we got to keep stuff out of the dump as much as possible if it can be recycled.
Yeah, lots of earphones. Yeah, guys, like, I mean, I remember this was a couple years ago. I had a couple hockey games, like, and it was like 2014, 2015. And I'm just like, I had the new one downloaded. So I just went on Tabor Buy and Sell, said, free, come get them. And this woman messaged and said, okay, she's like, are you sure they're free? I'm like, yeah, they're free. Come get them. Right. And her husband showed up. He's like, they're free, right? I said, yeah, they're free. Like, I said, I just got the new one. These things are, I'm going to throw them out. Like, if I can give these games to other kids so they can have enjoyment from them, yeah, give them. It always blows my mind when I see guys selling like old hockey games and stuff. Like, we're not talking like CAA football, like Brody talks about, because it is a very rare game to find. Like, these are mass-produced NHL games that, you know, if you go to a pawn shop, they have 40 copies of them. I bet you they gave the guy like $1 for it. Like, yeah, you make a little kid's day if you just like, here, yeah, free hockey game. Help yourself. Right?
Aside from Brody, is there anyone who's watching the Olympics on a regular basis at this point?
Well, it's over.
I don't hear too much. It's
over.
It's
okay. Over. Yeah, that's why you're not hearing it. They're at the Stamps game right now. That's what he's saying.
Oh.
Yeah, no. What is? I am 100% correct. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, anything you guys like. Yeah, if you're ever looking at shit going, man, why do I have that? Like, you know, just expect. I like going on. Like, my wife is really good at it. That she's like, if we haven't used it in like 6-7 months, we don't need it.
Yep.
And she's totally correct. Like, we moved all our shit in one load on a trailer. Like, we had everything moved. It was amazing because we're having a little more now because we have a big upstairs and a downstairs. But the couch that's down here, I'm gonna be that guy here. I'll ask him if, like, when we do leave this house, hey, did the renters want a couch? There's nothing wrong with it. It was so hard to get down here. It is staying here. Now, if they don't want it, I'll cut it up and I'll, you know. We'll see. And honestly, you know what, Brody? I know you don't need to go do that, but. And yeah, it's really bad. But if you're going to do something like that, like, we bought Kona a nice 20-inch TV, a Roku, like, it was only I think $180. And that was it. You could get someone a regular flat screen for $100 now, I think. Like, they're cheap, the small ones.
Yep.
But I'm not saying anyone to do. I'm just saying, if you guys have anything to donate, yeah, please look into like Salvation Army, like the MCC store here. No Value Village. They fucking rape people for their things. Like, it's like to buy stuff. My mom even said, my mom's into Purex. Sarah will probably correct me if Sarah May is watching. She always, every time, she likes it's cookware. She loves it. And she checks every store she goes to. And she even, we were in Value Village in Lethbridge when they were here visiting. And she's like, oh, I found this. And she's like, but I'm not paying $20 for it. I can get the brand new one. It's $30. And that's what's always bugged me about Value Village. They got this shit for free. These were all donated. Like they said, they had these hockey sticks. And they were from Canadian Tire, because I know that the tags on it, right? So they had tags on it for $80. And they're selling them for $30. And well, you might say, well, it's $50 cheaper. Well, yeah, but still, it's from Value Village. You got to donate it for nothing.
Yep. They're a company trying to turn a profit.
Now, here's an example of how MCC, maybe they didn't know what they, well, again, doesn't matter if they knew what they had or not. So when me and my mom were there, I was kind of just looking around and they had, those shaker cups, like for protein drinks. Of course you do. Well, they had like a Black Panther one. And it was one of those ones from GNC. The only thing was missing was like the stick in the middle with the spring on it, right? That shakes it up.
Mhm.
They wanted 50 cents for the cup. I'm like, well, okay, I'll take it because I have the shaker. It's only 50 cents. That at Value Village would have been like $6.99.
Ugh, disgusting.
It's horrible.
I was talking about recycling, and I came across something recently. I think my aunt shared it on Facebook, so of course I watched it. I'm not going to play the video, but I'm going to share it. Yeah, if recycling were honest ads, this is from Cracked. And apparently Roger Horton has not done a video with Cracked since 2017. This is pretty good. I like this video. And I swear Michael Moore wrote a book in like 96 or 98, something like that, talking about how recycling is basically a waste of time. And many of the same points that he brought up in his book are brought up here. So I highly encourage everyone to watch this video.
Okay, what's it called? Because I'll watch it after. What's it called?
If Recycling Were Honest by Cracked.
Sorry, guys, I'm just writing it down. I'll definitely watch it. Yeah, Pyrex.
Pyrex, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, my mom's like, no, I can buy this bake thing for 35. I think she said it was like they wanted 20 or 25 bucks. And mom's like, I can buy it for, I remember she said 30 or 35 bucks. Like it always makes me laugh. Like me and my mom were up at the family reunion. It's standard. Excuse me. We always go to this antique store in Strathmore, just me and her. And we've done it for like 4 or 5 years in a row. Just me and her. Something that we do. And I'm walking through this antique store / pawn shop, and it's just like, holy crap! Like the price of this is a pawn shop. Like the price that people charge is just they want is just ridiculous.
Speaking of ridiculous, look who's here.
Oh, you're not at work. You're fucking eating your pudding.
It took him that long to wheel himself home from his job.
Nice, enjoy it, man. I read that. I'd have to reread it. I mean, I read it. Like, I'm talking like I was 11, 12 years old. Oh, yeah, the book, the movie, yeah. Compared to the book. And that second movie was such bullshit. Like, God, what a waste of time.
Never saw it. I didn't see the newer ones. The old TV version, my girlfriend and I watched that recently. Pretty decent.
It wasn't bad, but the new one was, the first one was okay. But the second one, like halfway, because we'd already watched, I think it was almost a 3-hour movie.
Jesus.
And like halfway, like Kim, like, God, I love how honest she is. She's like, this is fucking stupid. I'm going upstairs. And she just walked away, right? And I looked at Cole, and he's like, we're committed, man. We got to watch this. So we got about an hour and 45 minutes in, and Cole's like this is before he got his license. He's like, Dad, can we go for a drive and practice a parallel parking? He wanted to go parallel park instead of watching it too. Like, I'm totally. So we go to that, we get back, and we're like, we got to finish. He's like, yeah, we should. Let's just get through it, right? It's stupid. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Well, Brody, we thank you for stopping by. Yes, definitely go back to reading that book. Awesome. No problem. We'll be here later. Like, you can watch this on Saturday or something
later, and then you can So what else I go to yawn. Sorry guys, this is the other problem. I'm sleeping set, like, and I find, especially in the summer, I sleep better because I have an air conditioner in my room and it's cold. And I try, and poor Kim, like, she likes to be warm. Well, I can't. Like, in the winter, I don't sleep because the house is too warm. Like, I can't. Even with a fan on me, I'm too hot. So I sleep like the dead during the summer, and I'm just, even 7 hours of sleep and going up to go pee once, kind of thing. I just in the mornings I'm like, I hate everything.
Yeah.
You know, like it just, and even now I shouldn't be yawning. You know, I mean, I didn't work out today. I knew physio. Like I shouldn't be tired, but I'm just like, oh, I can sure go to sleep right now, which is ridiculous. It's only freaking 7:45. I start doing that shit and be old man Lissick.
You ever heard of sleep cycles?
I've heard. I have not done any research into sleep cycles.
All right. So here's the bro science version. Your body sleeps in 90-minute sleep cycles. So hour and a half, 3 hours, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9. So you should try and aim for at least 6.5, if not 7, 6, 7.5, or 9 if you can. Because yeah, go get a beer. Is that supposed to tire him out or keep him awake?
No, Shlomo, I'm already hung like a budgie, so you don't got to worry about the shrinky dink.
I like Shlomo. He's got some good stuff to say.
Man, watch it's like Casey Incognito, but nah, that stuff's too smart for Casey.
No, I bet he knows Really Mysterious. I bet they're
That'd be
friends.
cool.
Yeah,
I like Really.
But, yeah, I haven't seen Really for a while.
No, it's a bummer.
Oh well, they're around.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think
they'll
he's
come
probably
back.
with Frank right now because they're in the same time. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, so sleep cycles. If you can aim for getting 6, 7.5, or 9 hours of sleep, do that. Because if you wake up in the middle of a cycle, you're going to feel tired as shit. If you complete a cycle, so let's say you get a complete full 6 hours of sleep, you'll probably feel a lot better. Or if you get 7.5. So what I like to do because I go to bed around 11 and I'm in bed at 11 and I try and take a maximum half hour to fall asleep. That way I get 7.5 hours. I wake up at 7. So turn off all the lights, have on a low level of light, nothing loud, nothing bright, and just allow my body and my mind, my psyche to adapt to this dark, quiet area. Apparently it helps you go to sleep faster. And speaking of sleep, beer always kept us awake at 22. Oh, come on. Well,
Yeah.
that's when you're out there partying, but
Yeah.
you don't want to be drinking beer when you're at home. Come on. Oh, he's talking about you right now. Okay.
Yeah, because I know he's saying that I should have had to take drinks. Right? Because I said bro science, and maybe that's what he's getting at.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks, Sarah. That happened to me quite a few times over the past 2-3 weeks. Dry mouth, having to go to the washroom. It breaks up the sleep, and growth hormone is really high in the body when you're getting good, decent quality sleep. So 7.5, 9 hours of sleep. Last night, for whatever reason, I know I got less than 8 hours, but when I woke up, I was ready to go, and I slept completely through. So if you can somehow manage to get a full good night's sleep, you will be a lot better off in terms of your mind and your body and your mood and just yourself in general. Joe Rogan had, I think his name was Dr. Matthew Walker on his show.
I remember
It's
that.
somewhere in the 1100s. That's a very important show to watch. Everyone should watch it.
Hey, while we're talking, sorry, I'm not trying to be rude and ignore. I am listening.
Yes, you are.
What was the last 2 songs that we did in our set? Can someone go look up that set? Because I'm trying to answer really right now. He actually asked another question 3 days ago about the songs that we did. And I know we did 99 Red Balloons. That's free. More comment on that. He said the second tune was even better. So that was Machine Head.
Yep.
And
Son
then
of a Bitch was the last one.
Ended it. Yeah. What did we do between Son of a Bitch and Machine Head? I'm trying to answer. So somebody like Sarah, Ryan, if you can go back on your phone while you're watching this, man, go listen through. What was the song before Son of a Bitch?
Yeah, it was a 3rd out of 4.
Yeah, I can't remember the 3rd song now. What the fuck? Oh, what was it? Dance? No, it wasn't Dance Dance, was it?
Ziploc. That must have been the 3rd one.
One was Ziploc Bag. What? I bet you he's typing text, or he's old, and I'm betting that he's old.
I'm betting that he's old too.
I'm betting that he's old.
You
Yeah, I mean-
goddamn kids.
And I don't know if really will watch this, but Ziploc bag. What the fuck are you talking about? Should be on your phone at work. Ziploc bag. I bet you it's some stupid joke. Like I'm just not getting it.
Get your wife to type it for you,
Eh.
Chad.
Do you need us to call 911? Are you in need of assistance?
Are you having a stroke?
Lit, my own worst enemy. Yeah, that's what it was. My own worst enemy.
How do you get my own worst enemy out of Ziploc bag? What the hell is he trying to do? I'm lost.
Sorry, I'm just gonna write. That doesn't answer the question.
That was a good set you guys did, though, because the guitars were very clean. The bass was good. The drums were pretty good. But as I said, your vocals, they were a bit low when compared with the guitars. Those guitars sounded great.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Like, like a lot of people like would be like, "Oh, we need to, you know, you got to spend money, lots of money to make things work like super well, right? You need to spend." But in actuality, the most money that I've spent on my stuff is probably the board. But even then, it wasn't expensive. It was $600. I mean, there's boards that are like, there's a board we want, it's like $3,000. Now, it was a Ziploc bag, though, motherfucker. I didn't know they
Okay,
had
I get it, Chad.
Okay, we get it, dude. We get it. Calm down. Have your pudding. Relax. Get that pacemaker back down to a lower level. Thanks, Chad. Now I'm having a you moment. Yeah, but expensive stuff. But the big thing is, like, what made this all possible was a fuck. What was that cord? Maybe
Was a fuck. Yeah.
a $10 cord that goes from my board to the computer.
Oh yeah.
And it's a troubleshooting because, of course, when you plug in different things, you got to figure like, even if it's something as simple as me unplugging my mic and will mess up my. So you got to do all your settings just right.
Yeah.
Brids. Fuck, I can't type. And yeah, we bought these in-ears, pretty cool, like just these in-ears so we can hear ourselves play.
Oh good.
And we got 5 packs on this thing. It was like $500. And now saying that, where the fuck is you fucking cats? My in-ear things must have fallen off. I'm like, where the fuck is my box? Well, it's just hopefully it's not broken. I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, so. Yeah, and really did ask. I'll actually reply on that we will do because yeah, it was fun. It was nice to get our stuff out there.
Yeah.
Like I said, we had lots of reviews on Facebook, so
Good.
So yeah, you know. And
Go
ahead. Go.
Sorry, I was going to say mixing your levels correctly really helps too, especially if you don't have the top-notch equipment. Just making sure all the levels equalize. That's really important as well.
And my bass player is really good at that.
Nice.
Like me and Jared, the lead, he came over an hour early. We figured everything out. Like it took a little while practicing, lots of stupid videos recorded just to make sure that it worked. And then, yeah, we nailed it. And we went, actually, so we always start with Damn It. And I mean, if you guys were all real fans of Another Simple Solution, you'd know this. But anyway, so we did Damn It. And Chris, the drummer, first loses his drumstick. And so he's losing it, trying to fish it up, right? So he gets it, starts going again. And the last thing he hits, and the stick actually hit the roof onto the drums and flew across the room. It's like, all right, well, it's a good thing that we didn't like go live with that one. So I know it's somewhere. I don't even know where they would have went. Oh, probably into my downloads. I wonder how that would work. Like, could we play a video of copyrighted music, but what if we're playing it?
If you're doing a cover of it, good question, because it is technically copyrighted material, but it's transformative as well.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said about that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, me neither. I think that's a good question, isn't it?
We should just do it and see what happens. No.
I don't know if I even got it anymore. Let me see. Downloads. All right, let's see. Right here. Nope. Nothing in there. Okay. See, I don't know where the videos go when I save them from here. So, because we usually just post it right live, right? We don't. No, on iTunes. What the fuck? Ugh. Man, I'm kind of curious now. Alex, talk about stuff while I look at shit.
Chad, you might have to help him out, you boomers.
Well, he ain't gonna have no fucking idea. That's iTunes.
Probably not. You damn kids, I'm busy eating my goddamn pudding.
Oh, maybe that's it. Let's see. Nope, folder's empty. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I don't even know where those videos go. I have to do a video and then save it and see where to go.
Exactly. You have to title it something really strange and then search for it.
Well, yeah, see, I'm just trying to find like where my downloads go, but it's not. I figured it would have just went to right. It just would have went right to downloads. Oh, I think I found them. Let's see. That's something. Okay, yeah. So that's just us practicing. That's just me and Jared making sure it worked. Hold on. I'll find it.
There was a really good Joe Rogan clip that was posted on the Powerful JRE channel recently. The title of the clip, and I think it's 14 minutes long, is Breakthrough Cases and Vaccine Passports. And it's all about I want to say the mayor of New York City, he passed the vaccine passport. I don't know if it's a law or maybe it's a bylaw, because it's only in New York City, where if you want to go anywhere, into a gym, into a restaurant, you got to have the vaccine passport. And of course, everyone brings up the old, show me your papers. Remember the 1930s in Germany? Yeah, we know. And he had a really good rant about that. And there was a really good comment on that video. And it goes something along the lines of, when you tear out a man's tongue, you are not proving him a liar. You're only telling the world that you fear what he might say. That's a great quote.
It is a really, really good quote. And again, like we're into uncharted. I mean, we're still, these are okay. Well, it's been like this for like a year. This is still uncharted territories. A year is a drop in a bucket of water. A year is nothing. And I mean, it seems like a lot to us because we have very limited time on this earth, right?
Yeah.
So it does, but yeah, I like it's. I don't know. I mean, to draw parallels, it always bugs me to draw parallels to the Holocaust. It really bugs me. It bugs me.
Or Nazi Germany, like calling the provincial health minister of any province a Nazi.
Yeah,
it's just simple name calling and insults at that point. You're not providing an argument.
Yeah.
You're not providing any logical refutation to anything that the provincial health officer is saying. You're just calling them a Nazi, unless the provincial health officer in question is espousing Nazi doctrine or extolling the virtues of German National Socialism from the 1930s, or unless they're doing the actual salute, then you have no standing to call them a Nazi. You're just basically reverting to being a kid at that point. And if they're going to do that, I have no need to listen to anything they have to say. If they're an adult and they're not going to argue like an adult, not going to pay him any heed.
Yep, exactly. Yep. So would you like to see us butcher Damn It by Blink-182?
Might as well.
All right, so this was just a warm-up. We were making sure everything worked. So, if I do remove, I hate listening to myself sing. I do. And everyone's like, you're a great singer. I hate listening to it. So,
yo, get out of my sandbox.
Yeah,
no,
so,
I can't do the Ralph voice. That's
yeah. All right.
Too old.
To make sure you keep telling, let me know you can hear this.
Go ahead.
Well, it's not playing yet. Play. Can you hear it?
Yep.
Ken's face during this is amazing.
Because it's for.
And hello, Trish. Thank you for stopping by.
I'll try to not move forward too much or beat the shit out of you with my straw.
Yeah, right. Wham!
Man, that's what I think of you.
Yeah, you don't gotta worry about your leg, bitch. Here's a concussion.
Can't feel it when you're fucked up, can you?
Yeah.
Shut up!
Rob just finally starts playing. He's like, shut the fuck up. Take your pants off. Now, watch Ken watch the drummer when he loses his shit.
It's alright to tell me what you think about me. Don't try to argue, hold it against you. I know that you're leaving. You must have your reason. The season is calling. Your picture is falling down. Falling down.
Now Ken's messing with the board.
Every trait
See that dirty channel?
on your face.
Yeah.
Structure, did you hear? Deadly, walk short.
I like the fact that the cat's sitting
Look
there.
at the kitten's like right there. I remember
Yes,
looking.
Trish.
I look at him here.
Yeah, Trish, you're too old to say that.
It's like, stop fucking with the fucking channel. It's dirty. Come on, I want to see Ken's bass face.
Yeah, it's a dirty channel.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's your rain, it won't last. When he's gone, I won't come back. Everyone's again, you'll turn you off the breath. So one will understand.
Maybe this wasn't the video where Ken was making. There goes the stick. So there he lost it.
Oh, he comes back with the roll.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
he always finds it. There it goes. Did you see the stick go? Did you miss it? Watch the drummer. Oh fuck!
Well, I guess this is growing up. Well, I guess this is growing up.
That wasn't the video. Yeah, that wasn't the video.
Well,
That
I guess this is growing up. Well, I guess this is growing up. Well, I guess this is growing up.
and that's why we didn't go live.
Nice. But Ken, he's the bass player, right?
Yeah, he's the skinny bitch now, right there, right in front of me.
Yeah.
There, it's him. Yeah.
Yeah, I like his backing vocals with yours. That's really good.
And yeah, he was last year this time 346 pounds.
Jesus, way to go, Ken.
Yeah, dude.
That's
like
awesome.
he's yeah. So yeah, I don't think I had anything else good in there. I don't think we had. There was one where we're like everyone's laughing at it because he had like the bass face going the whole fucking time. It was great. And he and Chris even made the comment like that's awesome. Like he just was like he's just like
Oh shit! I completely forgot to mention. This is totally off any topic that we had. Trish, congratulations on
yes,
getting
congratulations. Yes,
That is
yes,
so
yes.
awesome. Props to you, and props,
Yeah, props to you.
to
That
oh,
guy.
I forgot his name. Kelly,
guy.
I think his name is. Yeah,
That
that guy.
guy.
Lucky
That
guy.
Man,
Very lucky guy.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Oh fuck. But yes, congratulations. Oh, what else is out there in the world of awesomeness? Oh, dude, did anyone hear what happened to that Canadian dude today? Did they sentence him to death too?
Oh, I thought he went to prison for years and years in China.
Yeah, I know, but there's actually today there was talk because they had a guy on drug charges. Okay, again, bro science. He was on there for drug charges from 2015, and they've decided to put him to death. After everything happened with the lady in Vancouver, the Chinese
the
business.
CEO of Huawei. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then so now there was supposed to be something about the one of the mics, the two mics, so one of the mics. Yeah. Here we go. Right on the front of Global News. Canada adds 2,100 new COVID cases as fourth wave begins. Yeah, there we go. So, but here, okay. So, time out. This is what now.
Is this what grinds your gears?
And I bid on it. Whoa.
What?
My computer won't work. So I bid on it, but then I read the rest. Okay. Canada adds 2,140 new cases of COVID. But then it says cases are up from 229 a little over 2 weeks ago. So you're telling me that we only had 229 cases left all through Canada?
You might need to do more research before commenting.
Fourth wave of pandemic. So this is never going to end.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's probably going to be in waves, and the waves are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. That's my guess anyway. And I'm no educated person, as anyone who knows me knows.
So there are 13. The country has 13,000 active cases were reported, more than double from 2 weeks ago. More than 1,500 cases are being reported daily. And much of them, what does it say? And much of them are the majority of people between 20 and 29 years old.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It used to be called the boomer remover. Now they're going to have to figure out a new name for the younger generation. What is this, Generation Z? Is that what age range they fit into?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're the ones under us. I'll share this screen. It's the COVID numbers from around the world. And again, this is from worldometers.info. This is where I always go for population and such. So coronavirus cases, 206 million all over the world. Deaths, 4.3 million. So it's not that terrible. Yeah, 4.3 million people is terrible, but when you take the total number of deaths and divide it into the total number of cases, it's not that bad. Recovered 185 million. Great. Now, what's the country, before I get to it, that you think has the most cases currently?
Oh, I'll say Africa.
Country.
Oh, country. I want to say United States, but I don't think I'm right.
Africa's a country, ain't it?
Yeah, it shows my fucking... I don't know. What is it?
USA,
USA
37 million cases. Total deaths, 636,000. Total recovered, 30 million. Active, 6.4. India is next. Then Brazil, Jesus. Russia, France, UK, Turkey. If we keep going, I'm looking for... Canada is at number 25. This one, I'm looking for China. Jesus, they're not even in the top 50. I swear they're just hiding their numbers.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Because when this first happened, they had 4,000 on this chart. There's no way. China, 94,000 cases. Total deaths, 4.6 thousand. I don't think that's true. Of course, I got no science with which to back that up, but I question those numbers.
Sounds like bullshit.
Yeah.
Sounds like fucking bullshit. But again, what do you do, right?
Yeah, that's what I saw today. It's now mandatory for all healthcare workers to get a vaccine. Considering that they're working with vulnerable people in the hospital, people probably dying from COVID, people who have compromised immune systems, people who are recovering from surgeries. I don't know.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm actually shocked it hasn't happened already.
It's hard to say either way, because if a healthcare worker does not want to get a vaccine, then they're their only option at that point is to quit their job. And if they're really, we need healthcare workers right now. We
Yeah,
can't.
we do. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a rock and a hard place kind of situation. And there's probably not going to be any wiggle room.
So we used to bug a guy I used to work with at Volker that his wife is a nurse and he always got the flu shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked it wasn't mandatory too, Trish. I really am.
Yeah.
And he always we used to bug him. Well, he's like, I have to get the flu shot because my wife works in healthcare and she has to get a flu shot. So why is it suddenly different? Why when they were required to have a flu shot before? If that's the case, I'm getting this from a third party, right? So, but if that was the case, that they'd have the regular flu shot, how's it any different?
Before I answer that, are any of these young people dying or just getting sick? Good question. I have not seen the numbers. I'm going to assume that because they're young, that they're simply getting sick. They are active cases. They're not dying in the mass numbers that the Italian elderly were last year. But I don't know. No research has been done.
Who's sad at our stuff? Why is Penny sad at our stuff? Why are you sad, Penny?
I'm assuming it's because of maybe it's because of that. Maybe she had the premonition you were going to do that. No.
Well, so what was the number like in the USA? Do you still have those stats up in front of you? Because because I don't know how to figure it out. So someone who's not a fucking ape who's been shaved like me and walks around, can we get a percentage of people that have died from COVID in the States? Like, even now we have how many billion or how many billions do we have in Canada, or millions of people? Like, where are we at for a Canadian population? I should look that up.
Give me a minute. I'll let you know. So we're in the top 25.
Well, I meant like USA. I'm just curious about the US. Okay.
So US, 37 million active cases, 636,000 deaths. The population of the United States, as reported by worldometers.info, is 333,161,957.
And 600,000 people have died from it.
636, yeah.
So what is that a percentage of? Like, that's what I want to know. It's like, out of the full population, those many people have died. So how many? I don't know, like the percentage. I'm just curious.
0.0019.
So you see why people are being the way they are.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it sounds like a big number when you say it like that, right? When you say the 600,000, you're like, wow. But then it's like when you add it to what the population is, it's like, oh, okay. So then how about this one? We have 37.56 million people. So it's rounded up to 37.6 million, and we've had 26,692 deaths in Canada.
Yeah.
What's that percentage?
So 26,692 divided by, I get 38,110,095. That is 7.0039%.
Zero what?
7.0039%
of deaths. That's the percentage of deaths from COVID.
Yeah, versus the entire population. Yeah, 7% of Canada's population. That doesn't seem right.
No, that's not right. That is not right. Because 10% would be like 30,000. Well, maybe. No. I think we did something wrong there.
10% of 38 million is 3.8 million. So no.
Yeah, so no, that's not right.
Maybe it's 0.007.
Yeah, I think that's probably that sounds kind of more like it. Because, yeah, I'm sorry. This for some reason, Google gave me the 2019 numbers, which was 37.5659 million people. So,
Trish,
yeah,
no, go ahead.
Well, no, but that's the thing, Trish. We don't know. we that's this is the questions that everybody has. Is what do we do? Like again, and I know like Al, we've already went through this in the show already, and Alex is like, it's probably gonna be like level 1, level 4, level 3, level 2, level 1, level 3, level 2, and that's what's gonna happen. But what happens when the next thing comes? And then the next thing comes. Like, are we just gonna be like? Is it gonna be like that cartoon in Bowling for Columbine that the South Park guys did, about the guy with the guns and they're scared of everything? You know, like, is that what's gonna happen with like flus now and shit? Like, everyone's gonna be terrified. You know.
Yeah.
So it just go ahead. Sorry.
And that's why a lot of people are hesitant or don't want to take any of the COVID vaccines, because there have been no long-term studies done. True. And it could be said that they are experimental in that 3-month trials have been done, but nothing long-term. But then again, these were approved for emergency use by the FDA because the regular time span that it takes for a vaccine to go through the proper testing is anywhere between, I want to say, 2 and 10 years. And I don't think we want to wait that long to get a vaccine for COVID.
No. Okay, then I am the mistaken then. So, which is fair enough. Yeah, it seems like a South Park cartoon. But you knew what I was talking about, though, right? That's the thing. So, again, I'm just scared. It's one of those things. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, and I don't know at our age, and we're not that old, so we're not like in our 60s. But the older you get, the more compromised your immune system becomes, or the weaker it becomes. So, what is it going to do to someone like us? Maybe it's a bounce off effect in that it'll have no effect on you and me in terms of putting us in the hospital and so forth. We'll have the flu symptoms and then that's it. But the long-term effects of it, what if we have some kind of breathing problem or heart problem from COVID over the next 20 or 30 years, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, for sure. I totally agree.
Yeah. So with the getting the vaccine, if you get COVID, and this has happened, and Joe Rogan talked about this in that clip I mentioned earlier, if you get COVID and you've been vaccinated, you got 2 shots, it'll probably have a reduced effect on you as opposed to if you didn't get any vaccines. Perhaps. We don't know. Like we're going through this right now. Hindsight is always 2020, and generations from now they'll say, oh, they were stupid or they should have done this or that. Well, we don't have that foresight.
And we don't. That's that's just it. And again, we're just 2 hillbillies, who don't really know what the fuck we're talking about.
Speak for yourself, Berta boy.
Oh, fuck you. Just because I live in fucking Vancouver and pay ridiculous amounts for rent, I'm more high society than you.
I am. I could dig up ground and sell it for thousands of dollars because it's the land value that's important.
Fuck off.
Licking doorknob.
Yes, I know.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Sarah knows that guy.
Yeah, Sarah remembers when that happened in Prince George. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that's imagine those kids, for like the kids of this guy who is like just like, wow. That's amazing.
Imagine being that guy's wife.
Yeah, no shit. And because that's the thing. I mean, I know that's a really old story, but man, I wouldn't lick a public doorknob. I wouldn't lick my own doorknob. Yeah. Like, yeah.
And people who are against all the lockdowns and restrictions, they talk about, oh, everyone's afraid they have to sanitize their hands. You know how disgusting some people are? You don't know what they've done before they shook your hand or patted you on the back or slapped you in the face. They're messing with their junk. They're picking their nose. They're digging through garbage. They're not washing their hands. They're not cleaning their hands. And yet you go and shake their hand, assuming that they're clean. Bad idea.
We always remember a guy, Ryan, Alex, Nick, who always went like this all the time, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, one time, and it's funny because Ash didn't know what had happened, but we were playing Monopoly. And said gentleman I was just talking about was doing that, and then I watched him scratch his nuts for about 10 seconds and then grab the dice.
Over or underneath the pants?
I don't care. I don't care. I'm all about if you got to do like the adjustment, you kind of go, oh, you know, you kind of, oh, fuck. But when you like are going hard, like Beavis used to go with the spatula on his nuts with your hands and you're playing Monopoly, I'm like, and I remember I said to Ash, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm done. I've got a headache. I don't want to play anymore. And then they left, him and his significant other, and she's like, what was that about? And I said, yeah, he just scratched his nuts for like 10 seconds and then rolled the dice. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. And maybe if it had been a cleaner person, I wouldn't have been worried about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it had been like you or Ryan or, you know, any of our other good friends, it probably wouldn't have been a big deal. But just because it was him. Nope, I did not handle his nuts because I ended the game right then.
No. Oh, okay. All right. I was going to say not first hand, but second hand.
Nope, because I ended the game. I squashed.
Nope.
Done.
Nope.
Yep. I'm out.
Yep.
So, but
My
All
aunt
right.
shared this before we go.
yeah,
My
so
aunt shared
let's wrap
this on
shit up.
Facebook. Yeah. And of course it's about COVID because it's always on people's lips. It is an insult, but it's still funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if that's the thing is like I have people that don't agree with what I said or what I say, and I don't agree with what they say, but we can still be friends. We don't have to agree. And if you can make jokes about about getting a needle in you, well, I can make fun of you for not, like it's all the like those things that I shared, like the one I posted that of the one about the. So let me get this straight. I should have a bulletproof thing and all this, but a mask is tyranny. Like, are you fucking,
Good night,
Good night,
Jen.
Jennifer. Thank you for watching the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's just you gotta have some fun, folks.
Yeah, like with Bubble and Ryan, our trucker friend, I disagree with them virulently on a lot of the stances they take, but I'm still friends with them. It doesn't end the friendship. It would have to go to quite a different level for me to say, okay, I'm out. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And one more I'll share before we go. And they're not exactly the same people, but there is a Venn diagram with people who have that opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Yes, that is very, very true. Right? And yeah, it's well, I'll say it. It's everyone thinks it's the hillbilly right wing that are fighting not to get their shots, right? But yeah, when Mexicans, or sorry, I won't just say Mexicans, but when illegal immigrants get papers to try to provide for their families, they took their jobs, right? So
yeah, the thing about taking their jobs is the large company that the illegal immigrant is working for was given the job by the large company who does not want to hire someone from the United States of America because then they would have to pay them the minimum wage, and they're saving money by paying the illegal immigrant pennies on the dollar. So don't go after the illegal immigrant. You go after the big company. Like, I don't even know what companies, but go after the big company. Don't go after the illegal immigrant. But they are illegal. Like if they're crossing the border without papers, they are illegal. Like technically, yes. And I'm not in favor of that, but they're doing what they have to survive. There's a good movie about that. It's called Maria Full of Grace. It's from 2004. It touches on that a little bit, and it's pretty good. So if you want to get an idea, watch that.
And we should all be so thankful, like everyone that's on this show and people and everyone that can actually have the abilities to comment on this on a social media platform, that you don't have to go through what they have to.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank! Yay!
Hey, there he is. Did you finish your stream already? Jesus.
But yeah, you guys got to remember that, and anyone that would comment on, and say those things about people and whatnot, yeah, they would pay for a heartbeat to have a computer to bitch on. So,
yes. And Frank shows up at the exact wrong time because Nick wants to get out of here. So I apologize, Frank, but thank you so much for showing up. We really appreciate it. And everyone else as well. All the usuals, Ryan, Old Man Lissick, Trish, Shlomo. Shlomo was here for a bit. Sarah, Jen, the Brody,
The Brody.
the B-Ball Jones.
Yeah.
Try not to go 3 hours. Yeah, well, yeah, your streams when you're talking about movies, Frank, it's usually 2.5. So you must have done something else. I'll find out what it was.
So thanks, Frank. We'd appreciate it.
Yes, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Frank. And thank everyone else as well. We're out of here. We'll come back next week. Maybe. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll never come back again. Maybe you'll never see us again.
Wait, was that appropriate? I don't know.
No, it offended somebody and it scared them and gave them PTSD, and we are now canceled.
Shit.
Yes. But before we go, yes, it is funny. Thank you, Shlomo. We really
Shlomo.
appreciate it. We have no idea who you are, but thank you very much. Trish, you are too old to say peace out. That is
No, you're not.
That is cultural appropriation,
No, you're
and
not.
you must now be canceled.
Shlomo, tell your friends. Come on. We're fun.
Yeah, tell your Russian troll friends so we can get our views up.
Yes. Yes.
Good night, everybody.